Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shayla, and today I am bringing you guys another thrifted haul video. I actually went to a thrift store that I absolutely love. They specialize in selling nothing but craft supplies. So for me, as a crafty person and an avid junk journaler, I definitely find a lot of goodies there. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first up, I couldn't leave without grabbing a few stamps. Not like I have a ton, but I found this really great, let's see if you can see that. I found this really great background stamp. It looks like it's Cam and Chloe. I guess that's the brand. But I just thought it would be really cute for mixed media. I do not have a lot of background stamps, so I thought I'd grab this guy. And it was $2 for that one. And then I had to grab this one since I'm from Austin and I've lived in Texas my whole life. It says "Greetings from Texas, the Lone Star State," and it's a brand new stamp. So I was really excited to find that. And that was only 50 cents. And it looks like that's who makes it, AC Ducey, I believe. But I thought that just looked really cute. It looks like one of those postcards that you get here. So I had to grab that. And then I found this one. It was only 25 cents. And I'm always looking for good like little worded stamps. I do not have a lot of those. But it says "Art is anything you can get away with," which I just thought was really cute. So I had to get that one too. And then after that, I'm going to set those aside. I grabbed these. They are Cloches, I believe. That's how you say it. I think it's spelled Cloches, if I'm correct. But a lot of times people will put, things in here to display. These are plastic, but they're going to come in handy for a project I plan on working on camera. But otherwise, you could definitely use these for, put some like Christmas lights in or Halloween lights and make it look really festive. So these would be good for like decorating purposes too. But they were 50 cents each. So I grabbed 2 of those. And then I grabbed some bows. And the reason I grabbed these little bows was because I'm actually working on some journals for people. And I thought it would be really neat to use like some thrifted unique bows to put on top when I gift them. So I grabbed this one first, which is, it looks like a teal color if you can see that. And I've just never seen a bow like this type of color. So I had to grab it. And each of the bows, they do sell them individually, are 10 cents. So they had a whole plethora of different like colors and some pattern ones. So I tried to grab ones that I just don't usually see, at the store. So this one has like some florals to it. I just thought it was kind of nice and neutral. And then I grabbed this one. It's a bow on a bow, which is really cute. But I just thought it was kind of unique and it's a cute little size. And you can even use these like on the cover of your journals. Like let's say you're making a Christmas journal. Why not? You could do like an ugly sweater Christmas journal and put bows like all over it and cover it in like some sort of knit fabric. I think that would be really cute. And then this is the last one I got, which is, if you can see, it's Charlie Brown on there. And there's Snoopy. So I thought that was really cute. It is a little kind of tattered, discolored, but I think that just kind of adds to the the junk journal aesthetic. So I'm not too worried about it. So I just thought that one was really cute. So I grabbed those for 4 bows and that was 40 cents in total for those 4. And I grabbed a few utility things as well that I was kind of low on. So they had some tape. I needed some more clear tape. I was running low. This was only 25 cents. It's a whole roll. I can't talk today apparently, but I can always use more tape. I use it for all kinds of things in the house, so I had to grab some more of that. And then I grabbed these. They were 50 cents, but it's a bag of these giant kind of gold brassy colored, and I guess one silver, paper clips. And I just thought these were really neat to either like hold a page down that you're working on. You can also use binder clips, or I can do tassels at the end and make it like a journal clip. So that's what I plan on doing with these. But I just thought, you know, for 50 cents, these are really cool. So I don't have a lot of big or giant paper clips. So I had to get those. And then let's see here. I grabbed these scissors. They were $1. They're not marked, although I feel like Fiskars makes, or Fiskar, they make most of these kinds of scissors. But they have kind of that pinking shear edge, and they're just for paper cutting, but I do not have a lot of edge scissors like this, like decorative edge, so I thought I would pick these up. And then let's see. Oh, I grabbed one of these. So this is like a paint scraper. It was 50 cents. But I actually thought for whenever you're gluing down fabric to like a journal cover, usually you want to smooth it out with your finger, and that obviously gets messy. So I thought I could try this out and try smoothing the glue with it. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll test it out and I'll let you know. So I grabbed this for 50 cents. I can try it out. So not too much harm done. And then I grabbed this little bowl. It was 50 cents. It looks like it's like a mini planter, if you can see that. But I'm going to clean out the inside, and then I'm probably just going to put like paper clips or something and then put it in my desk drawer. It's low enough to where it fits in the desk drawer. My desk is actually from IKEA, so the top is like its own little board. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with this. But it's actually really great for creating because it gives me a lot of space. And then my bottom pieces, or the legs, are actually 2 sets of drawers. And I think the drawers are called the Alex drawers, but this like size will fit perfectly, and I can still shut the door and keep little things in there. So that's why I got that. So that was 50 cents. And then moving on to some fun stuff. I found these lovely spools of thread. Look at how much thread there is on there. But they were 50 cents each. I'm sure I'm hoping this thread is like still good. It looks great. But it kind of has like a sheen to it, if you can see that. And one's like a red, I would say like burgundy, almost like maroon color. And then the other one's this beautiful like blue, I'd almost call it like an ocean blue, kind of like a dark sea blue or something. It reminds me of like a sultry mermaid or something. I don't know, but I loved these colors, and obviously for the price, you know, I couldn't pass that up. So I grabbed these as well. And then let's see, I grabbed these. These were $1.50. They are actually bridge tallies, which I thought that they were tags at first, or little note cards, but they're actually little bridge tallies. So the game Bridge, I guess this is how you keep track of who's winning. I'm not entirely too sure. Oh, that was pretty loud. That's the trash man coming by. But I grabbed these guys, and I thought I could definitely use these in a journal. I loved the little print, if you can see that. So I had to get those. And then I was really excited about these. So I found these, and I thought that they were just playing cards, but then I saw it said round, and I have never seen playing cards like these. I thought that these were so neat. So here, I'll kind of show you guys if you can see that. But I just thought the design on them, it's just really cool. I don't even have any round playing cards. I've never seen things like this before. And they're already kind of aged, so it's really easy to incorporate in a journal. And I almost thought, these are so neat, I would just like to like keep them, like collect them. But if I did that, I would have way too many of everything. So I'll definitely be putting these probably in journals, maybe some ephemera packs that I'm making. Stay tuned for my Etsy shop. That'll be opening soon. So I grabbed these, and these will be really fun to share with people. Look at that. How neat. All right. So then I grabbed these. They were 50 cents, and they are just multiplication flashcards. They're not old, or at least they don't look old to me. They're not like really discolored or anything. You can see that. So I just thought, you know, I can have these for whenever I need them. They're a good size. They're kind of thick, so yeah, I could use them, you know, underneath something if I want to cover up the whole thing. Or I can leave them as is and kind of distress them and just tuck them into spots in a journal. So you can never go wrong with picking up some of these. So for 50 cents, I was fine with getting those. Usually I try to only get ones that look older, but you know, again, I mean, I'm not going to leave it there if it's that inexpensive. So 50 cents for those guys. And then I found some really great little vintage photos. They do sell them by photo. So each photo I believe was 25 cents, which is fine. These are older, you know, it would be harder for me to find elsewhere. But I'll kind of show them to you. I just thought he looked so dapper. Maybe he's like, you know, in school or he just graduated, who knows. But some of them have dates, some of them don't. And look at that one. They're just hanging out on the porch. I thought that was neat. I always love happy pictures, for sure. Especially pictures like couples, if you can see that. So cute. How sweet. I loved this one. It looks like a Polaroid. It reminds me of like a photo booth. I don't know. They both look really happy. At least that's what I want to believe, so. And there's that one. Wouldn't it be neat if I'm showing this? They're like, yeah, that's my grandfather, you know? That'd be really cool. But he just looked really nice. He's like in his best dressed there, so it's a good photo. And then here, I think this is the only color one I picked up, but I mean, look at that hair and that dress. And I believe it's from, yeah, 1968. Irene, Duane, and Carol. What names, right? You don't hear those anymore. And then I thought this one was really interesting. It kind of looks like, I don't know, an explosion or a dust storm. I'm unsure. But I was like, wow, what a unique photo. And it looked like it was backed on something at one point. But I had to get that one. And then I saw this one too. That's just like a classic couples photo. And actually, I think it was a wedding photo. Yeah, Larry and Judy Johnson, fall of 1964 wedding picture. So, she looks happy, you know? Happy wife, happy life, right? And then here's this one. This one's a little faded, but I like it. I love how they do the decorative edges. I just think that's really neat. Kind of gives it that extra something. But it looks like she's trimming maybe her rose bush or something. Who knows? And then last but not least, I just thought this one was interesting. It's a picture of a coastline, and it looks like it's from an airplane. But I just thought that was really neat. It kind of has that sepia tone to it. The Charleston River, I believe, in Boston. So that's pretty cool. So I grabbed those photos, and I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I paid $2.50 for all of those. They were 25 cents each. And then I got a few kind of paper goods, paper things. So this one, they're just like some golden kind of butterflies that I thought were kind of cute. They're pretty big, but I've seen where people can like fold things in the middle, so when you open it, it kind of pops out. So that's what I want to kind of do with these. And I love that they're iridescent. I love anything like sparkly. It does kind of come with some glue dots too. So I might use those, or I might just use my own, but I just thought those were really neat, and they're only 25 cents. And then I must have been feeling butterflies or something, because I picked these up. They are 50 cents, and they're these like giant butterflies with the little ties on them, I guess, for, you know, you can tie them onto like maybe floral arrangements or like a wreath or something. But I can always snip those off, and I just thought that these were super cute. They're kind of like a canvas material, and they have some like mesh in the middle. But I just thought those would be really pretty in a journal. I always look for like kind of 3D but flat things to add some interest. And then I grabbed a few paper things. So this is actually pretty neat. I ripped one off so I could show you. But basically it's a note card. So you write on that and then you fold these in. They already have tape. So you just peel this off and then you fold this over and it's like a 2-in-1 envelope and note card, which I thought was really neat. And the back's really pretty too. So I thought these were really neat. I don't know if they're supposed to be holiday related or not, but I'm sure I could use these in multiple places. And they were $1. They're by Hearth and Hand with Magnolia. So I think Joanna Gaines, I believe, her brand for like Target. So I just thought those were really cute and I had to grab those. It's a nice, decent stack of them too. So I got those. And then I have 3 more things. First one is this Western paper pack. So this place that I go to, sometimes they'll bundle things together. So it looks like they kind of bundled some paper things. I have not looked in it yet. The reason I grabbed it, it was $2.50, but I'm making kind of like a Western / horse journal for somebody. So I don't really say the names of who I'm making it for, so I don't ruin the surprise. But let's take a look at this stuff here. Oop. Okay, so it looks like we have like some stickers here, which are super cute. Oh, look at the little cow. My goodness, so cute. And then, here, I'll pull these out. We have some more stickers. Some of them are used, but that's okay. We have some cacti and some boots, hats. We have the little horse. So cute. Okay, some more horses, another little cow. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then we have some interesting stickers. Oh, that's funny. Those are cute. Those are more like cartoony, I think. And then we have these stickers, which are so adorable. They're like sparkly. Speaking to my heart. I love anything with sparkle on it. And then we have some little die cuts, it looks like. So we have that little cowboy hat. We have a lasso here and a cowboy boot. And then we have these are just like some paper. So it looks like maybe some scraps or something, but they're like bandana. Those are actually perfect for little pockets. So those are really cute. And then these, oh, these are photo corners. That's so cute. I actually really don't have any photo corners, so those are really cute. They have a little lasso. You can see that. And then, okay, so it looks like this was a die cut here, but you could even use this as like a stencil if you wanted to. I don't know how well it would hold up, like if you're watercoloring or painting or something, but you have that. And then we have a little horseshoe. And then it looks like we just have, 2 sheets of this paper, which I absolutely love. I mostly got it, honestly, for this paper because it's pink. So I just thought that was really cute. But that's the Western pack. That was $2.50. Not bad. And then, let's see. We have, okay, so this is assorted Christmas paper. And it was 75 cents. And I didn't look in these because I wanted to open them on camera. And also, if they're shut in the store, I won't look in them just for courtesy's sake, I guess. But let's see what we got. Okay, so we have these cute little cards. I would say this is like maybe 4x6, but that's cute. Ooh, those are cute. Maybe these are like 5x7. I love the border. I love to bake around Christmas time, like especially holiday desserts, so that's really cute. And then we have that with the little bow. So cute. Okay, so then we have, oh, look at these. These are vellum pieces. Looks like they're the size of like printer paper. Those are so cute. I do not have a lot of vellum. There's the other one. Nice. And then it looks like we have maybe some die cuts here. Okay, they're not die cut, but it looks like you can probably cut around them. That's what they're meant for. There's some cookies. I love the gingerbread men and women. So cute. Okay, we have some Santas and some snowmans. Cute. And a penguin and a tree. A little stocking. And these are just printer paper. I wonder if someone maybe printed these out. I'm not sure, but those are cute. And then it looks like we have some kind of printer paper, printed paper. We have some plaid here. I'll kind of just run through these. That one's cute. We have 2 of those. We have some Christmas garland, it looks like. And some holly. That's really cute. It's very like traditional. I like that. Alright, those are cute too. Very busy. I'd probably use that in sections. Okay, and then we have some 12 by 12 here. So not bad. This is pretty good for 75 cents. So we have just kind of some traditional colors. I love this one because it has the baking on it. That's really cute. We have some Christmas ornaments. We have, let's see, those are cute. It kind of has like a sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that's cute. We have the one that has like the little nativity scene at the bottom. And that's like a, I guess like a funky holidays one. This one almost looks like you could do other stuff too. It doesn't have to be just like the holidays on it. So that's cute. Some more holly. I don't know what it is. I just love the ones that have the holly on it. Okay, we have some words. That's cool. It's more of like a modern style. We have some more smaller words. That looks like it's kind of typewriter a little bit. And then it looks like we have some more words in green. So not bad. For 75 cents, that was quite a lot of paper. Quite a lot of holiday paper. So that's pretty good. And then last but not least, I did open when I got home. It was 50 cents. Or I'm sorry, that's not right. It's this one. It was 50 cents. It did not have a label on it. I thought it was scrapbook paper, but it actually is a whole huge stack of die cuts. So I'll kind of thumb through them as best I can. They are kind of I guess like perforated, so they kind of fall apart a little bit, but I'll end up, I'm sure, taking these apart. See, like that. But I just thought these were so neat. I didn't even realize, I thought it was paper, and I didn't realize that these were all die cuts, but I was pleasantly surprised. Maybe that one just fell apart. But there's a lot of tags in here. They are just paper, so pretty thin, but you could easily back these onto something. But there's tags in all sorts of colors. Kind of thumb through those real quick. And then there's a bunch of frames as well, which is really neat. I do have quite a few frames, so if anyone knows how you use frames in a junk journal, I would love to know. Or at least, you know, die cuts that are kind of frames. I've seen some like ideas, but I'd love to hear, you know, what you guys would do with them. So, but there's some more tags. And some of these, like, see this one's really pretty. Has those butterflies and some floral. I didn't even know all this was in here, so. And this one I'm not sure what it is. If you know, let me know. But there's some more frames. We have some tags. Try not to flip too fast here. And this months, which is kind of neat. These almost look like they were printed, like someone printed them, but I don't know how you would print 12 by 12 paper unless I don't know. Can you print 12 by 12 paper on a printer? But there's some little words, which is cute. Some more frames. Some more words. More frames. So that's basically all of it. It's just, I think, a bunch more frames here. Oh, okay. So those are all frames. We have these. Oh, I guess those are like maybe little ropes or something. Okay. And these are like just little strips, which is really cute. You could use these as like little belly bands. That would be adorable. Some purples here. I think this would look really good in like an Alice in Wonderland journal, this purple with the little checkers. Some florals. Now these are very delicate though. You have to be careful with them. They do remind me of like those wristbands you get at like water parks and concerts and things. But they're pretty neat. We have some more frames. There's some more florals. And these are some seashells. That's different. Kind of beach themed. And some little hearts here. Really cute. And then last but not least, this guy, which I think came apart, but so that's it. That is everything. And all of those together were in this bundle for 50 cents, so a pretty good deal. But that is the end of my haul for today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely be on the lookout. I will be opening an Etsy shop soon. Of course, I'll let you guys know when it's open. I plan on selling mostly junk journal, either embellishments, kits, ephemera packs, as well as completed journals as I make them. I would love to make them on camera with you guys. And then of course I'll put them up there if anybody would like to purchase them. So stay tuned for that. And I guess with that, please don't forget to like this video if you did like what you saw, so that way I know to keep making them. Make sure you subscribe, and if you hit the notifications button and you turn those on for my channel, you'll definitely get an alert whenever I post a new video. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!